In this video, I want to carry on from the last video I did, which explained about my health situation at this moment. And having had 4 days to digest the situation, which I will point to up there, there's a link to the other video. I will be talking to you about some choices that need to be made when our health isn't as well as it could be. And I suppose that's why the title of this video is talking about when your body tells you you need to change. And I am in that position. What the last few days has made me realise is that perhaps I've been going about things the wrong way. I should have known better, but there you go. We all think we know it all most of the time. If you're checking out the video for the first time, my name's James. I don't normally talk about health on the channel. I do give advice and encouragement in various different life lessons. But I'm just following on because I feel what I've got talked about today probably needs talking about, especially in my situation. What I would like to say is thank you to everybody who made comments on the last video. It gave me plenty of food for thought and certainly has helped me come to a decision about what I'm going to do from this stage onwards. A little recap for you if you don't know. Over the Christmas period, I've had problems with my legs swelling up. It all stems from a blood pressure situation that I found myself in that's been getting worse gradually over a long time. And what we need to do is get my blood pressure down. Trying to change the tablets that I was taking has resulted in the situation I find myself in now, and it's not a good one compared to how it should be. Having legs that are swelling up that could turn into blood clots is not the way to go forward. And so there are some changes to be made. Now, back during the lockdown of 2020, I started off at 16 stone 9, but decided it was time to change my lifestyle and go on a diet. And so I joined Slimming World. I managed to lose 4 stones, which is 56 pounds, which is quite a lot of weight, and it made me feel a whole lot better. And if you're not sure about how much that would be, look at it this way. 5 gallons of water weighs in at 42 pounds. But I lost that weight, and 4 years later I found that I've pretty much put it all back on. And that's a result of, obviously, a bad lifestyle. I was doing 10,000 steps a day during that time. Now I probably am ended up doing less than 1,000 steps a day, unless I go out and do a video, in which case I'm out and about and walking about. So there's lots of areas where I can improve things. And I think I've got 3 areas in particular that will help me develop a healthier lifestyle and make me feel better than I do now. And also, with a bit of luck, stop me from taking the amount of medication that I do today. So first of all, what I've got to do is to change what I'm eating. I've known this for a long time, but there's a saying that I used when I was on the diet about you gotta wanna. Because if you just say I'm going on a diet, but you actually deep down don't want to, it won't work for you. And I know this because I've tried a couple of times since. But the situation I find myself in a minute has helped me sort of start to think straight. Some of the comments that I got also got me thinking about doing things a different way, and so that's been really helpful. And so eating better is a way that I've got to start looking at. At the moment I eat far too much processed food, I eat far too much bread, I eat far too many sweets, as this figure can probably tell you. And so that's going to have to change. I'm going to have to eat more fruit, more vegetables. I noticed that over the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, veg seems to have come off of our eating agenda, if you like, and it's something we need to address. And I think the fact that I've now been in this situation since before Christmas is concentrating the thoughts, if you like. And so that's one area where we're definitely going to look at changing things, and that's in our diet and the way that we eat. Secondly, exercise. Well, as I just said, I was at one stage doing 10,000 steps a day and getting out and walking regularly. And I'd made that something that I really needed to do. And I did it very well while I was doing the diet. But what I found was when I stopped, that stopped as well. When I'd lost the 4 stones, I stopped doing the things that had helped me to get there. And so I need to put in a regimen once again for doing more exercise and getting out and walking. I can't swim, so it stops me going and doing that, although I could learn. But walking is the way that I kind of think at 64 that I want to go. There was a stage when I was doing the dieting that I would dance around this office, play a bit of music and do a bit of dancing to keep moving, because I find that I'm more sedentary than I've ever been. I spend most of my day sitting here with my computers doing stuff and not out and about as much as I used to be. So that's going to change as well. That's going to be something we're going to have to look at too. And thirdly, sleeping better. I do not sleep well, and I haven't done for years. I slept better when I was on the exercise campaign that I was doing, because I was getting myself up and about and using my body more, which tired me more. I go to sleep at a sensible time. I'm in bed generally by about 10, 10:30 most evenings, and I get up at about 6. I'm a kind of a morning person, but the sleep in between is often broken. And so I think that if I get back into my exercise regime, that will help me to sleep better as well. And the other area that I've got to really look at is medication. I'm taking too much of it. The problem I'm in now is because of blood pressure. I was already taking a blood pressure tablet, and the problem started when I started to take more, as I tried to change my medication to help me get it down. Well, I think if I start to eat properly, and I start to think if I start to exercise more and start getting into a routine, I could probably bring my blood pressure down under my own steam, if you like. I think that's the way I need to go. I've relied too much on medication since they took my kidney out in 2016. And I think it's time to address that as well. The situation I find myself in generally is that I'm taking 4 tablets a day, which is too many. I don't really need to be taking them. I take the 4 tablets, add into that a vitamin D tablet. Now, it's all well and good taking vitamin D tablet if the rest of my lifestyle is so poor that it's not doing any good. And so that's where I find myself today. And I am taking water tablets at the moment till next Tuesday to try and bring the swelling down on my leg. So we're going to look at using more herbal and healthy options, if you like, than taking medication. And the reason I say that is it's amazing that over the years, I've been one of those people who says that medical industries don't want to cure cancer because they'd rather keep us paying for tablets and pills and things that will keep us going but not curing it. I may be a cynic, I don't know. But I think that the things like the common cold could well have been cured by now if they wanted to with medication. But I kind of think that they like to just do enough to keep you coming back for more. Cynic I may be, but I kind of always thought that. And yet I was the first in the queue to go and get some more tablets to help me make myself feel better. That's going to have to change as well, I think. And so that's where I found myself today. If you're finding that I could be a kind of person that you enjoy watching videos about, well, check out some of the others. There are plenty of different videos about plenty of different subjects. And I will be back next time. I'm going to try and get off of this health thing. I may every now and again do an update. But next time I should be back to doing what I normally do. And I hope to see you there.